What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 17 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Wulfrik Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Wulfrik has taken on and defeated the challenger of the Serpent, and only the Eagle, the final challenger, now remains. Now, just out of curiosity, I don't remember, but yes, this will give us the long victory. Unfortunately, the long victory reward for Norsca might be the worst one there is. It's just experience gain. Some other factions, like High Elves, get a massive bonus. Empire gets a massive bonus. Norsca apparently is completely screwed over because this is terrible, but well, nonetheless, it's something we still have to achieve, and well, there's fun battles to be had. We also unlocked the next of our monster hunt sets, so we got 3 more unlocked and are looking towards unlocking the rest by going for the next tech that's tied to it. Our recruitment is proceeding apace with lots and lots of troops coming in, and finally we're gonna start being able to get some names in here, as no longer will these more elite troops be replaceable like our starting troops were. Anyway, let's see what we gotta do this particular turn here. Slith Wallbreaker, you are headed out to sea, mostly to try to get to us here, so go this way. And I suppose these two will follow you as well. Frankly, we could probably just delete them, but, well, at least one of them will be getting their own army relatively shortly, and, well, they might as well proceed to where those armies are being recruited. Surtha Ek. Now, what do we do about you? I mean, I guess we could put you into Altdorf for now. I'm a little bit wary of keeping you around here. We can't attack Ubersreich with a full stack in there. You do get decent amounts of cash for raiding Altdorf, I suppose. There's a decent likelihood that they attack us with 3 armies, and I'm not sure that you'd be able to win the battle, but, well, you're gonna give it a try, sir. Surtha is not yet immortal, so maybe I shouldn't be playing so dangerously with him, but it's too late now. We're doing it. Anyway, try to go into, let's say, Noxious Vessel. Gotta get that Plague of the Crow. He really does need regeneration. And the poison attacks, well, wouldn't go amiss. Anyway, Horrid Blessing, please, and Terrifying Howl afterwards as well. Just get a little bit of those debuffs on the enemy. Obviously, we want to level up in case we get attacked by the massive numbers of enemies. You have Spirit Leech and Soul Blight maxed out, eh? And you're on that chariot. You know what? I think for a dangerous battle, we'll keep you on the Warhorse for now. Just because you'll be less likely to get caught. I might change it up once we have more stuff available to us. Let's get you... well, probably not going to use Purple Suns. Get the Fate of Biuna, as it's a better spell, and actually decently usable, and maybe Plague of Rust at least 1 point into it as well, but also you can go on your mount, on your Warhorse, rather than on the chariot, at least for now. I know, it's blasphemy, but it is what it is. Throggy, you... oh, Vlad has a trash army. Okay, that's not worth our time. That's not worth our time. Hopefully he'll raise a better one. But for now, we will attack him here. And I guess we can use you to try to leech XP. I'm willing to bet you won't be able to actually go there, but as in, Vlad will run, but we'll chase him down either way. And good, Throggy, attack. Alright, he's gonna run. And he's gonna run all the way around like that, which wastes a little bit of our movement range, but what can you do? Go here. And both of you, or at least one of you, can leech. You cannot reach, but you can leech next time. Alright. Throggy, move on in. Obviously, this is not worth our time. The zombies and stuff would be pathetically easy to kill. We could, I guess, for now, give the Female Line Breakers to one of these units, though. Alright. Just to power them up a teensy bit. And a free Scarecrow banner and a little bit of money. Vlad goes down, but I'm sure we'll see him again. The extra hit points, however, is real nice on Throggy, as he can certainly make good use of it. Now, I would like you, Throg, to go into March Stance and go right to the edge of this territory. Stay in Castle Drakenhof, however. And then next turn, assuming that I don't forget, we will summon the Oh, wow, we had a lot of missions for Vlad, damn. Marauder Chariot for Lamondal, no thank you, Warhorse for you, sir. And we'll see whether we need to do anything about that Scarecrow banner later. Actually, it might be a good idea to put it in Throg's army, or it would be, but Throg has no room for him. You know, let's just get the Maws of Savagery now. I just have a feeling I'll forget. And they were always going to go in Throg's army. Next up, Burple Smirk. Yeah, you'll travel with Throg for now. And Lamondal, you have Mammoth Helm. Could you maybe go this way? And follow this guy around, Olaf Fimirkin? Yeah, let's do that. Balefish, I don't know whether we need you around when Burple Smirk is here, at least until Burple Smirk gets his own army, but we'll see about it. You have nothing useful, alright. While we're here, Olaf, I believe we destroyed this last episode, so we'll auto-resolve you. And then we'll sack the place. Like so, and then we'll raid it for a turn, and we'll raise it next turn with a Lamondal if he can reach it. I'm just gonna hope that he can, and then that'll allow Olaf to move. More likely than not, Ulrika and Felix will, however, go into the respawning army, but, well, not much we can do about that either. Anyway, Morkaka Stigson, you are moving in raiding encampment over here to Wolfenburg, and we're hoping to sack and or raise it. Yeah, and all the movement, he still has all of his movement, but, well, there's not much we can do about it. Hama Thanefrost, well, I suppose him staying there is a good thing, because Hama, you're supposed to transfer all these units over anyway, and, oh. I forgot that Dave might attack us. Well, let's just hope that he won't, as, well, there's not much Angrund could do to defend itself at this point. Otherwise, we are looking good. I believe we did do the building and the recruiting last episode, so we don't need to worry about those. Do we want to worry about any additional heroes? We're at 10 out of 12, so I think not for the Shaman Sorcerers. I'd like to get more Tech Thieves, because we got a lot of techs that we're missing, but, you know, it's gonna be a bit. What about these guys? Blood-soaked, eh? Let's get one of the blood-soaked guys on the field. Oh, okay, we gotta get them here. Because we'll have to have some of these guys in the Cornate army and the Berserker army. They feel appropriate, A, and B, the Twisted and Ruinous Flesh will provide missile resistance and armor for the Berserkers, which they sorely need considering they have no melee defense, essentially, to speak of, so we'll do that. Alrighty, and now I believe that looks good. I also want to get a Lord up and running to ferry these guys. We're probably okay, at least for now. Outposts. You know what, we'll see next turn, because, again, the recruitment's really expensive, so while I'd love to build a few more outposts, we'll see. Let's end the turn and let's see if Surtha gets attacked by 3 armies all at once. But hey, if he can defeat them all, then, well, he'll certainly cement himself as a true legend. Not that Surtha isn't already a legend. And no, they're going to wuss out and not attack us. Karl and Consleeskin here are, kind of an interesting position. I'm surprised that they didn't try to attack us. And we could draw them out of Altdorf, but the problem is Surtha's army isn't quite strong enough to deal with 3 full stacks at once, especially the rather elite garrison out of Altdorf. It's just too many units. We don't have enough chariots to deal with all of those. Sacrifice to Mathan, a troop ferry is ready for duty, good. Negative growth somewhere, but, well, it's only one thing. We can't go for Ubersreich. We could try to go deeper into this territory, but I'm just getting very concerned about Lewin. We might be better off moving around this way and burning Lewin down and then coming back. If you go into March... Well, we can't actually risk going into March stance. Yeah, I think you should start moving back this way. We could trade some troops around with Olaf, and frankly, we're going to trade some troops with the, well, the recruiter anyway, so, yeah. Speaking of... Now, we have to wait here for a turn, which I think means we'll want to do a monster hunt with Wulfrik. Because he has nothing else to do right now, other than a possible monster hunt, so... Yeah, let's take him out of the Sarl encampment. This is all gonna take a turn, you can't recruit more stuff. Alright, Monster Hunt it is. Which one was up next? It is this one, a Ragnarok X, which, ooh, yes. This one actually we want for Wulfrik because it will give him regeneration. And I can't say no to the missile resistance faction wide for the Lords. Now, he doesn't have any kind of attack. Oh, right, I was going to give him a Lichbone Pennant and then promptly forgot. Actually, technically, if we get the Sword of Cain on him, we wouldn't need a Lichbone Pennant, but for now, we're okay. Banner of the Black Iron Reavers is great. It doesn't necessarily need to be in Wulfrik's army, because eventually we'll want to put it in the Berserker army, because it counteracts a lot of the weaknesses of them. I don't want to lose any of the sacking settlement stuff, however. You know what, Wulfrik, just go without the magical damage for now. He can deal. It's Wulfrik. He'll be fine. I'm sure. Anyway, let's give this a read. Ragnarok Queens are the type of despicable, poisonous monster that should not be trifled with. One Venom Queen is hard enough to bring down, but to take on this bounty you will have to face multiple queens, the Brood Queens of KARAK AZUL, all in a day's hunt. Challenge. It did not take long for the location of the tunnel entrance to be discovered. There are multiple giant spider tracks leading into the subterranean passageway, making it easy to identify as the one you seek. Being cautious, you send scouts ahead to descend into the tunnel first, who return to tell you that the tunnel leads into an even bigger network of tunnels beneath. The spider tracks are as clear as day, and the herd will be found if only you follow them. Herd? A spider herd. I don't know, herd doesn't seem right for spiders, does it? Anyway. All that remains is for you to lead your army down there. What's a group of spiders called? Teleport. I did not check what the enemy look... Yeah, it's a bunch of Arachnaroks, go figure. I think I could have figured that one out, go. Damn, that actually is a lot of Arachnaroks, so there's probably more reinforcements that the game isn't telling us about, but oh well. Ragnarok Queens are the type of... Oh, we already read this game. How dare you? Oh, I think I know this battle. They'll come in from the sides, won't they? Huh. I think this is a repeat of a similar sort of situation for a different quest for a different faction, but I'm not sure it was with the Ragnaroks at that time. But anyway, here we go.
The Brood Queens you seek are here, my lord. But do not underestimate this enemy. Seldom do hunters have to bring down so many giant spiders in a single hunt. Keep in mind that you will likely have to fight more than just the Brood Queens themselves. They will undoubtedly have their ravenous hatchlings ready to release and attack.
We have destroyed realms, torn down the feeble cities of the weak, and proven ourselves worthy. We shall drown them in their own blood and guts. Glory to the Master!
Alrighty, here we go. We got the Brood Queens against us. Are they an actual threat, however? That remains to be seen. Generally speaking, Arachnaroks are very, very strong units, but Norsca is so specialized at this sort of thing that our Javelineers should be able to bring them down with pretty decent ease, at least in theory. That said, there will probably be coming reinforcements, and we gotta watch out from where. That said, it looks like it's impossible for reinforcements to come out of here or here, or actually maybe, no, that looks broken. Basically, they'd have to come out either from this side or possibly from this side. So we're just going to move ourselves into a formation where the enemy will move towards us and allow our javelins to do their work while we protect said javelins from the enemy that may or may not come at us from the other sides. There's also potential for enemy coming in from the back, but well, that's why we have the Brutes of the Hound and the other Marauder Berserkers back here. Essentially a box formation. You don't usually see one of these from Norsca, as there isn't really any reason to do so, but here, javelins will be doing the work, so why not? Anyway, Wulfrik's in the middle of the foray, holding back some Spider Riders. He's going to be taking a fair few hits from the enemy Spider Rider archers and whatever's on the howdahs of those Ragnarok Queens or Brood Queens, but it shouldn't be of any real concern to him. Two of the queens will go for him while the other one will head towards our main line. However, it will get focused down by two javelin units who bring it quickly down to about half HP. A couple more hits. And this Brood Queen will be wavering and will soon decide to book it on out of there. I didn't mean to pause. Over on the right flank, it looks like we got 4 more Brood Queens coming in. All right, fair enough. That is actually a lot. The first one will go down, but it did take a few volleys to do so. Well, let's see if we can handle the new arrivals. Wulfrik is still dueling the other one, and I believe the third one is over on this side, being held off by Soul Crusher, all the while brought down by javelins as well. Nice. All right. And here come the rest. Looks like at least a couple of them were attempting to head towards Wulfrik, but I don't know how many Arachnaroks he can hold off at once, but I'm willing to bet it's a fair few. The ones that are heading towards our lines, however, will have to be held back by our Marauder champions and by our Icehorn Marauders. Fortunately, it does look like they are up to the task, and the Javelineers continue to do fantastic work and dishing out massive amounts of damage to each of those giant spiders with every blow. A side swipe from Manny brings down the Arachnarok Queen. Looks like this one's in still decent HP, and Wulfrik is busily holding off. There was 3, now it's 2, as well as all of those little broodlings that they just keep spawning. Alright, certainly a clash of the Titans, Mammoths versus Arachnaroks here. And by the looks of it, there are no further reinforcements to be seen. I mean, 7 Arachnaroks at once is quite a lot, so that is not surprising. Alright, down goes another. And I do believe the battle is pretty much ours. Alright, another one riddled with the javelins. The Mammoths completely able to hold them off, and the Arachnarok Queens unable to breach our lines, or Brood Queens unable to breach our lines, and will all fall to the might of the Norscan hunters. Beautiful. Alrighty, perfect, bloody perfect. 7 Arachnaroks like absolutely nothing. And I know that Norsca sort of has a hyper specialty going, in the sense that we're hyper specialization going for knocking out large single entities with their, well, all of their, well, tons and tons of their units having anti-large and all that. But damn, is it still so satisfying to see those large entities go down. I love it. Obviously, we'll sacrifice the captives and get those Arachnarok eggs, but more importantly, hello? Wait, are we supposed to get to sacrifice those guys to the... Huh. Interesting. Maybe once you unlock the first of the champions, you don't get the sacrifice to the gods anymore. That's a little bit disappointing. I was hoping to get the plus 12 for the serpent in order to get it up to 60. Aw, game, why you do this? why you gotta do this? Alright, well, whatever. You're gonna lose that healing potion. You're gonna take the Arachnarok eggs for yourself. And this will also give you the ability to summon the spider hatchlings, which frankly isn't going to be too useful on Wulfrik, but you just can't say no to regen on Wulfrik with his 17k HP. Plus, the poison, all things considered, with him being in the sort of middle of the enemy formation, is nice. A little bit of extra speed to get to those duels of his a little bit faster. There's good stuff. Anyway, speaking of Wulfrik, let's get your Deadly Blade and into Foe Seeker, I think, next. Though we'll probably also want to start leveling the buffs for his skin wolves, as we will be getting those for him as well. On the other hand, more Scarred Vet, get him up to 20k, that would be swell, just swell. Anyway, that was Wulfrik. Let's move everybody else and see what else we've got going on with us. You, Slith, are going this way. And you guys are kind of going the same way, so all of you can get to where the retrofitting is happening. I move you all far enough? I think I did. Good and good. Alrighty, who's up next after these guys? Throggy. Now, you've taken out Vlad, or at least you've knocked him down for this turn. Looks like we can't quite reach KARAK Dromar this time around, but we'll get rather close to it. And whoa. Is that a Belegar I spy in march stance? Well. You done goofed, Belagar. You done goofed. You shouldn't have been here, and you certainly shouldn't have been here with this low HP in March stance. He actually has a fairly decently sized faction out here. Who's he at war with? Bloody Hands, Arguelon, and Crooked Moon Mutinous Gets probably trying to get to them, but he'll never like us, and we'll knock him out. But let's move everybody else around first. Balefish, go here. And you can also leech. Hopefully you don't die after the vampiric corruption hits you. Still quite vampirically corrupted here as well, but it is starting to go down at least. Anyway. Who's up next? Okay, Throg will move after we're done here. Morkaka sticks in. Oh, we got a little tiny rebel faction here. Huh. And I don't like Daith hanging around either. We should in the oh, this is stopping us from sacking as well. Game, why? What are you doing to me today? Let's, I guess, knock this out. It's probably going to hurt, unfortunately. We'll probably have to back off. Pyrrhic victory? I mean, until we get this army maxed out, we can't do much, and yeah, it's gonna hurt those guys, but, well, what can you do? You know, just in case we're gonna kill the captives for the additional physical resistance, and we're going to go here, and we're going to break the siege. Huh, funnily enough, it wouldn't kill the Mantcores, it would only kill the Ice Wolves and the Miststalkers. Go figure. Break siege. Channeling staff, sure. And let us go into stance, and then stay here, and then you can help with the healing. In just a teensy bit. And we'll hope the Daith doesn't attack us. You know what I shouldn't have done? I shouldn't have stood in the forest. Might be an opportunistic time for Daith to attack. Hopefully I don't lose another Fimir this way, but fortunately Morkaka is immortal, unlike Heros. I will remember that forever. We will avenge her. Anyway, what do we get? Okay, so we have the Feral Mantcores and the Fimir Stalkers, and we have both of their stuff maxed out. And I don't think Morkaka's going to get anything else sort of different in her army, so I think we're good there. We could go for the Honored Ancients, Norscan Giants, and Fimir. Could also probably use Takers of All, to be fair. And spells, I mean, okay, there's a lot of stuff. Also, what does Fimir Talismans do? Enemy casualty replenishment, who cares? That stuff's okay, but anyway. Anyway, we're good. That was Morkaka. Who's up next? Lamondal. You are going to go here and see if we can't have you. Oh, we can't because it's walled. You don't have siege attacker, or do you? No, you don't. Okay, I was gonna say we could give him the Iceforge Legion, but then the Iceforge Legion would lose its movement, unfortunately. Alright, fine. It is what it is. I guess we have to have Olaf do it. Olaf, go again. Otters, really? Really, the Marauder Horsemen are gonna die, really, game? Okay, you know what? We're going to replace them next. Well, not next turn, but very short. I'm just gonna let them die. I don't care. It's not worth doing that again. And then raise it for the Serpent. All right, and this time you didn't move, but you can raid and camp and more or less heal yourself. All right, and then Lamondal, you can just, I don't know, whatever. Good enough. Mammoth Trainer, Norse Berserker, enemy killed in battle, and with that the Ice Court is destroyed. Hamathane Frost. Move here and you can meet up with Olaf right around here near the Silver Pinnacle. We also now have, I think, enough money so that we can... Oh, you know what we should do? We should spend some of that plunder. Let's do building right now. Vlag, Slaver's Camp for you. Your public order is fine, but it doesn't mean that we can't or shouldn't build more war shrines, because we need them everywhere. Or just regular shrines. Ruinous altars. My favorite kind of altars. Slave Camp and Chieftain's Hall. Yeah, I should have started with that before doing all the other stuff. And go for that offering to slaughter. And this territory is looking pretty good. Eastern Oblast, we got another one of these. Skull Road. 1, 2, and offering to slaughter for now, and then obviously we'll replace the growth structure with a den of whatever in a little bit. All right, and that's it. We don't have a lot of buildings to build, which is a shame because we have materials at sea. But unlike most factions, I guess we don't get too much use out of it, admittedly, at least for now. Olaf Hilmarsson. You are going to stay here. We're going to have you swap those 2 new Seeker Chariots to Surtha Ek in a turn or 2. But just in case Lewin or somebody else comes a call, and just stay here. I'm wondering whether we should recruit you more stuff. It's still a little bit expensive. We could do it with the recruiter and just ferry stuff over. We'd probably have to anyway. And speaking of the recruiter, okay, you're going to be recruiting for a while yet. Troop ferry, you can't move. Kuchar can't move, not until we get troops in here. Tech thieves, you guys can do stuff though. You're going to go to Selsenmund, you're going to land at, I don't know, Diedershofen. And hopefully one of you will survive. If we could get another point in the Serpent's favor, though, that'll increase your chances of success. Alright, you go to Nuln or Grunberg. Gotta go with Grunberg. And a failure. Apparently that was the wrong choice. Well, I guess who knows what would have happened in another place. And we should have another tech thief down here somewhere. Okay, maybe not so much down here, but somewhere. And you can just reach Middenheim, 5, versus Lorelorn, which is also 5. Go for Middenheim. Maybe try to bounce between these 2 settlements for a while. Plus, it gives us vision, so still useful. And you, unlike the other guys, succeeded. Well done. Steel tech, starting to put points in those. What are we at? 196. Oh, it's pathetic. It's just pathetic. We're lucky that Norsca doesn't have a lot of technologies. Boris Todbringer, Thomas Gladscheiser. You, I guess. Lewin. Ooh. I wonder if this means Lewin is moving towards us. He probably will. Okay, we have to get Surtha back there. Let's do Lewin with you. Let's do Boris with... Actually, no, we're unlikely to get Boris. Maybe Kantz. Just spread them out, because who knows who we'll be defeating shortly. And... I don't know. Thomas. Alright, looks good. Now, while we're here, and while we have the money, let's build up some outposts. All of the outposts in the world. Gonna take a lot of our cash, but we're looking pretty good, and we do have another monster hunt available to us should we need to acquire more money for both building and unit building. Also, speaking of, you have server die, so you can get another recruitment cost reduction. Now, funnily enough... Server die minus 15. Wait a second, I want to see something. You also have server die minus 15, but you also have Scald, which is another 10, but I think it's probably needed rank 10, so if we can get a Lord here starting at rank 9, 10, we could get a better recruiter Lord that's also cheaper, which is probably the way to do it. Yes. We could also potentially use the second recruiter Lord, at least temporarily, out of the Forbidden Citadel. Of course, we'd need to switch the commandments, but it might be worth our time. Just gotta be careful about the money, as usual. Anyway, let's see. Who else do we need to move? Thorhall the Lustful, you stay here. And same with Drogrolt. I guess we need to take a look at the heroes, see if anything else good is available to us. Balefanes. Okay, we got another one with Balefire. We're gonna have 4, maybe 3 with Balefire in Slith's army, because I've been wanting to do that. And she can have sort of Fire Fimir up and running. Prodigious Tale, Ritual of Alacrity, you're fine, no more Balefire. We will need someone with Deranged Mind, but maybe we could do Shadows with that one. You have Blood Scent, Demented Beast, and Lupine Hunter. Okay, I'd prefer the other one though, and then the rest are fine. Alright, and I guess you guys are now stuck. Was I not going to have Throg attack a Belagar? I'm pretty sure I was. Let's do it. Rally. And most definitely Hulks of Death to power up those trolls even further, because they clearly need it. You... What are you missing? We could just max out your fightiness capabilities, because you're always in the middle of the territory, but I feel like we shouldn't miss out on Arcane Conduit. Generally speaking, we're not really using the fire lore in Throg's army, because we're, you know, we don't want to fire damage our own trolls. Ooh, bit of Shades. That's what we take. Most definitely. And what about you? We'd still get at least some value out of Alpha Wolf. You get Foe Seeker, but frankly, more likely than not, you're going to be in the middle of our own units. But let's get Alpha Wolf for now. The negative bonus versus large is nice. It almost warrants getting a second one into this army. But we still wouldn't be able to make good use of Frenzied Assault because of the damn Rampage ability. It's probably not worth it. But we could make use of basic Vicious Assault, although the Trolls have 67 melee attack. It's hardly needed, let's say. But anyway, Belegar, you are allied with nobody. Yeah, that checks out. Factions tend to not like poor Belegar. Kill him. Draw everybody in. And attack Belegar. Lovely. And yeah, this is going to be a fairly easy fight, I'd wager, but nonetheless. And there we go. Now we have the Skin Wolf Stalkers on the Maws of Savagery, giving them unspottable stalk, Wayfarer, and increase their speed as well. Should be absolutely fantastic at ripping apart enemy artillery pieces. Well, let's see how they do. Oh, poor Belegar. He really should have seen this coming, or at the very least, shouldn't have been moving around in the manner that he was. Anyway, the giant pile of trolls will book it directly towards Belegar and his army. We're not going to be super concerned here, and more likely than not, we don't even need Burple Smirk's help in this situation. Throg is going to move through those trees, which will hopefully shield us from at least a few of the artillery shots. And we'll attempt to charge directly towards the Belegar. Actually went around that tree. I saw that, Throg. Good job. And there we go, the trolls just, oh my lord, that's gotta be a scary sight, especially if you didn't see the trolls moving through the forest. And then suddenly there's dozens of them in your battle line. Not a good place to be. Once again, the trolls will charge on in, we'll get a few spells off, and our fast movers are looping around. And when I say looping, I mean a werewolf loop. Anyway, looks like the incredibly quick moving Maws of Savagery will silence that bolt thrower and that grudge thrower right quick. I'm gonna get a breath out from our Cold Voider, and then the Manticores as well as the Fimir Stalkers will wade on into the fight as well. Belegar is still sort of commanding his troops and not joining the fray. Perhaps foolishly, perhaps not. As you don't want to really be in the troll blunder. Alright, and there we go. Belegar moves forward. And Throg is just trying to push his way through the line towards him. There we go. That's got to be a scary sight. Belegar's not going to... yeah, he's not going to take more than a couple more of those. There we go. And when Throg fights the smaller units, the Maul always goes over them and always it looks kind of weird. Anyway, Belegar is in... I assume... oh! He just got beaten down into the ground. That was absolutely brutal. And with his fall, so does his army, and get completely destroyed. A really, really quick battle, but it was always going to be super quick. And hey, one of the Ghost Pals is here as well. Probably upset about a Belegar literally being hammered into the ground. What a fate for a dwarf. Alright, maybe a couple more hits from Throggy at the Ghost Pal, and he will kick him. And the Ghost Pal ain't getting back up from that either. Throg does have that magical damage on him, so yeah. The Ghost Pal didn't stand a chance of resisting. Alright, there we go. Let's face it, that was never going to go well at all for poor Belegar. And, well, we're gonna sacrifice those captives, keeping our money flowing. Alright, all the subterranean battle is garbage, but I guess we are going towards more dwarven factions, so it might, in theory, at some point help. Maybe, possibly. Potentially. Anyway, Throggy, you are immune to attrition, so you can feel free to march stance over here. We can have you simply raise Grenstad, while these guys will cross the across this later on. Well, with you, but also probably not as effectively as you. Alright, there we go. Moving together. Next up, who still needs to move? I think I checked everybody, but I gotta double check, because I'm not super good at all. The old remembering. Slith Hastling, whatever. You are actually supposed to go and join Throggy, so you're gonna go this way. And Throggy, before I forget, you're supposed to lose this Fimir Balefiend. Is she able, or is he able to leave the army rather? No, he is not. Alright, I gotta remember to do that. Because you're supposed to take the place. Frankly, we actually haven't had too much trouble with the leadership, but it would be nice to get a very high-level hero into Morkaka's army, as, well, it might have trouble with other forces. Anyway, speaking of Morkaka, I'm gonna go with maybe maxing out Penumbral Pendulum. We should also probably try to get Cascading Fire Cloak as early as possible. Should be helpful. Anyway, the rest of that looks good to me. No moving the troop ferry around or anything of that nature. Let's double check the Diplo. Can't really do anything useful with the... Oh, wow, Crooked Moon. Oh, this is the Mutinous Gits. I thought it was the regular Crooked Moon. And no, none of this is of any kind of consequence to us, at least not at the current time. Meaning, we can skip, Lord Non-Moon, and end the turn. Alrighty, which should... Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have moved Wulfrik a little bit closer this way, but I forgot. Frankly, I should have put him back into Sarl encampment so that he then didn't... well, whatever. He didn't cost us as much over the end of the turn. Decline, no, Grand Cathay, you will not be one of our friends, or we will not get peace from us. I don't even know why you're asking. It's not like we're directly attacking you. Even all of our vassals are too far away to deal with you at the current time. And by the looks of it, no one here will attack us. Alright, Ambusher discovered, Kraka Gutstabba, Wa fails, and that's it. Alrighty, now, Wulfrik. Let's see if we can do this right. First of all, Recruiter Agnarsson, you're going to trade to Wulfrik 4 Armored Skinwolves, all of these Marauder Champions, and I think that's the entirety of the retrofit, unless I'm mistaken. Technically, the 2 Mammoths are supposed to be replaced by War Shrine Mammoths, but, well, that's for later. You are... Why are you moving around like this? Okay, weird, but whatever. I'm gonna go here, and Wulfrik go into March Stance as well. Alright. Then you're gonna trade all of this. Wulfrik, you are going to lose this, and... What did I do wrong? Okay, wait, we have 1 extra unit of some kind. I guess we could go 3 Skinwolves? Rather than 4. Bit of a shame. We're not losing the Marauder Champions. Oh, actually, do you need this many Marauder Champions? You already have 2. You know what? Maybe this is fine. Keep the 4 Skinwolves for now, because we already have 4 of these, and then 2 of them are going to get replaced by Huskarls, and we already have the Whalers. Yeah, maybe like this.
Champions fall.
I think that looks good. Alrighty. You can head to... Wait. If you're in regular stance, you can actually still move pretty far. We'll start next episode probably by hitting the... hitting these guys, and we'll see, or the final challenge or whatever, and we'll see how much damage this army takes, which will determine whether we sit in the Bay of Blades or whether we go elsewhere. Either way, we'll probably move out here, grab the Longship Graveyard from Elendilling and kill this faction off, quickly confederate these guys, and then continue with our other work. Next up, you... I mean, you can hold on to these troops for now. You can probably transfer them to another faction. Kuchar. So you have room for 8, meaning we need 4 non-armored Skinwolves and then 3 more armored, right? So let's get you 3 more armored Skinwolves. 1, 2, 3. And you know what? I'll figure this out between the episodes. So what else we need to recruit? We don't need to deal with it right now. Slith, you're already here. Damn, a lot of units moving in for those retrofits. Appropriately so, mind you, but, well, all of these armies will be ready to go to wherever they need to go to. Oh, you have the recruit rank for Fimir Balefiends. I probably should have been doing that. Now, if we move you here, recruit other Balefiends. I already recruited 2. Oh well, too bad. I mean, I guess we get 4 in here, we can get a few more. You have Balefire, but we want the fire ones with Balefire. But anyway, let's see if anybody else needs to move. Surtha. Nobody's even attempting to attack it. Karl Franz is beside this guy now. But there's still too many forces at Ubersreich. He's kind of hanging out with always 3 stacks together. AI, being real cowardly. You can move here. Don't go in range of Marienburg. Let's see Avalorn kind of floating around. Can you raid this? You cannot raid this. Okay, well, too bad. Can you go here now? Well, actually, you wouldn't have been able to get anything out of raiding Fort Berg-Bray either, but I suppose, well, in this stance, you're at least not costing us as much in terms of how much your army costs. You, Groggy, are going to either sack or raise this. Oh, yes, one more time. I want to see what this does to our income. Raise this immediately. Or I guess we could use one of you guys to raise this, like Balefish. Ah, actually, Palefish won't be able to reach it. Would Burple Smirk be able to reach it? No, actually only Throg can reach it. Alright, fine. Go here. And we'll still use you guys to leech the XP. Don't get me wrong. Also, Balefish, what do you have again? Oh, you have Chaos Adherent, which is kind of useless. I mean, it is bonus for sacking settlements, so we can make you into an auto-resolve army. And just to follow another proper army around, and then obviously take the bonus money as needed. Next, we will raise you for the Serpent, like so. Froggy, don't move. And that puts us up to 12k. Yes, level 2 Serpent. Beautiful. And now we'll probably want to get Champion of the Crow and Champion of the Serpent up to near 100. And then as soon as they're both close to 100, we simply start on Champion of the Eagle for that lovely research rate and that barrier. It does mean leaving Khorne out, but I think his trait is probably the worst one. It's 15% weapon strength, and, well, I mean, the post-battle loot is actually quite nice. And I guess the experience gain for units combines with the other experience gains, but, well, either way. I just think that more likely than not, the barrier hit points and the research rate are stronger, because we still have a lot of research to do and not enough tech thieves to get us through all this without help. Anyway, folks, with that, we're out of time once more, and I'm going to have to call the episode here. Next time, as promised, we will go for the final challenger and achieve long victory before setting sail and starting our way to Lustria with you, and continuing recruiting for Surtha, so that once his army is full, we'll start him on his journey down to Khemri. It's about damn time. Anyway, more Wulfrik to come, so stay tuned. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, as it will determine how long this campaign proceeds. For all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.